Good morning. We are going to start our program in about 5 minutes here, so if I could ask you all to find your seats, that would be much appreciated. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone, to Match Day. This is just a minor step in the process of the rest of your life, so we thought we'd throw a big party for it to celebrate kind of the nothingness of the match. My name is Dr. Jeffrey Chipman. I'm the Senior Associate Dean for Undergraduate Medical Education, and I welcome you here today. I want to introduce our new Dean, Dr. Carol Bradford. Dr. Bradford is an internationally recognized head and neck cancer surgeon scientist and a leader in academic medicine. She is newly appointed as the interim dean of the University of Minnesota Medical School and as the interim executive vice president for health affairs. Dean Bradford is a member of the prestigious National Academy of Medicine and served as the first woman president of the American Head and Neck Society. She also served as president of the American Academy of Otolaryngology Head and Neck Surgery and was inducted into the Academy's Hall of Distinction in 2023. Throughout her career, Dean Bradford has been recognized for her dedication to education, research, patient care, and mentorship. In 2024, she was honored to receive the Margaret F. Butler Outstanding Mentor of Women in Head and Neck Surgery Award from the American Head and Neck Society. Please join me in welcoming our new interim dean, Dr. Carol Bradford.
Good morning, and thank you, Dr. Chipman, for that kind and gracious introduction. I want to first say thank you to our faculty and staff who are here today. The support, mentorship, and guidance that you provide to our students makes an immeasurable and memorable impact on their education here at the University of Minnesota Medical School. I would also like to welcome the family, members, friends, and loved ones who join us today, many of you in this very packed room, and others watching virtually. We have people watching from across the nation and around the world. Thank you for taking the time to be part of this special moment in the lives of our medical students. No one gets through this journey alone. Today is your victory too. Parents, I was in your shoes 3 years ago when my daughter matched into family medicine. I know how you're feeling. Students, I vividly recall the emotions I experienced many, many years ago when I matched into otolaryngology, which was then an early match. Students, family, friends, colleagues, as you anxiously await your news at 11 a.m., you are all wondering, I am sure, what your future holds. What is next? Is your future determined by the message you receive in your envelope? Let me share a secret with you. Your success is actually not dictated by that envelope. Your future is determined by you. You hold the power to your success. How you approach your residency every moment of every day will truly shape the physician you will become. Will you succeed? I know you will. How do I know this, you might ask? Because you have been taught and educated at the University of Minnesota Medical School. I will add that I have only been here for a little over a month. I am already deeply impressed by what I have seen, by the caliber of our students, the dedication of our faculty, and the culture of collaboration and compassion and service that defines this institution. Your skills and experiences enable you to be empathetic and compassionate leaders in medicine. You understand the power of interdisciplinary collaboration, and you are prepared to solve the world's most unrelenting healthcare challenges. And you are expertly trained to serve the diverse and changing needs of patients and communities that we collectively serve. You all have the passion for being the very best doctors you can be, not for yourselves, but for your patients. So, when you open that envelope and discover where your journey takes you next, I hope that you will feel true joy. Joy in knowing that wherever you are headed, you will stand on our shoulders and you will have an opportunity to let your spirit shine for others. With your empathy, compassion, drive, courage, integrity, and intelligence, you will serve patients and communities and impress colleagues across our nation. I know I am impressed. I know that you are on the road to continued success. So wherever you go, whether it be in the state of Minnesota, East Coast, West Coast, North, South, East, West, please know that the University of Minnesota family is rooting for you every step of the way and waiting to see what health problems you will solve. I truly wish you all an amazing match day and every success in your bright future. I will now turn the podium over to our student MCs, Haley and Stuart. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean Bradford, for the warm welcome to a very exciting Match Day 2026. Good morning, newly employed class of 2026. So many years in the making for such an exciting day. The energy, the excitement, and of course, a bit of nerves are palpable. And it's all in the best way. Take it in. My name is Haley Fry, and this is Stuart Gates, who some may call the resident father figure of our class.
I don't really see it, Haley. Before I forget, here are your keys back. I fixed the dishwasher, rotated your tires, and I packed a little lunch for you in case you get hungry later.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Dad. Stuart. We're excited to help host this morning our match celebration, or more accurately, try and distract everyone for an hour or so while we wait to open the little white envelopes that reveal your fate. An easy task.
Well, that might be easy for you to say, Haley, because urology is on a separate match timetable. So tell us, what does it feel like to already know your match? Is the grass as green on the other side? And how does it feel to know that you're in the clear?
Ha! Love a good urology pun. Let's just make sure we keep this morning flowing along.
Touché.
Anyways, yes, I am in a slightly different boat this morning. I will say it feels good to know I'll be heading down to North Carolina in June. But I still share all the excitement and nerves with all of you.
Congratulations, by the way. I think you'll have a great experience at #1 ranked and #1 seed Duke. We have to know, though, do you have them winning the NCAA March Madness tournament?
Oh, of course, champions in both the men's and the women's brackets this year.
Well, we'll see how the tournaments go. I'm taking number 4 seed Minnesota for the women's bracket in today's game. Let's hear it for the Gophers. I think we're all feeling that March has a bit of madness to it. We could use some distractions from the stress of the unknown.
You know, I got pretty good at distracting myself when it came time to making my rank list. Instead of focusing on the pros, the cons, the ins and outs and life-altering locations to rank residency programs, I just started ranking other aspects of my life. It started simple, ranking my favorite coffee shops, TV shows, cereals, the best being Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Then it got oddly specific. So these are my top 5 ranks for gel pen color names for pre-rounding, because sometimes having a specific color to help me remember to mention the white blood cell count in front of my resident to really shine. So starting us off at number 5, we have the incidental finding, indigo. Number 4, the most useful gel color, Foley catheter canary yellow. Number 3, epic exclamation point red. Number 2, nitrile glove grape. And number 1, pronounce this slowly, pink, with an honorable mention of omalizumab magenta.
Fantastic. I've been doing a bit of ranking on my own. These are the top 5 hospital smells made into candles. Number 5, GI cocktail gardenia. Number 4, noon conference nectarine. Number 3, Santa Claus symphony. Number 2, cellulitis surprise. And the top ranked smell made into a candle goes to post-call patchouli. We'll give an honorable mention to Vocera vetiver, which once it's lit, it just relights itself at the most inopportune moments.
And on with our program. Our first speaker this morning, Dr. Kevin Diebel, serves as the Regional Campus Dean for the Duluth campus and Assistant Professor in the Department of Biomedical Sciences at the University of Minnesota Medical School. He also holds the Essential Health Professorship in Medical Education. He's passionate about supporting medical students through their educational journeys and fostering a culture of collaboration and mutual support. Please welcome Dr. Kevin Diebel.
All right, good morning, everybody. Adjust this a little bit. There we go. Oh, this is an exciting day. It always makes me really nervous as well, and I don't go through this at all. And in fact, as a PhD, I've never gone through the match day. But I can really feel the tension, and I support everybody's efforts in this room. I know how meaningful of a moment that this is. The match day is really a special one. Of all the different events that we get together as a group to celebrate, when we think about orientation or the launch of the MD program, that's always embarking on a journey. You know where you're at, you know kind of the path to get started down, everybody's bright-eyed and ready to go, and that's a fantastic moment. And then you have commencement at the end, and it's kind of like, it's a sense of accomplishment, and it's great, and it's a proud moment, but you're also kind of finished. It's the match day moment here, this nervous moment kind of here in between, that is all where the most excitement is that I feel. And that 11 o'clock moment when everybody gets the chance to open the envelopes is really special. So thank you for inviting me to be here and to share a few words at this special moment. I really do appreciate it. And so one of the things, so not being a PhD, I did try to come up with something that maybe we could have an intersection on, some sort of a shared relationship that we're definitely going to be able to share in our professional careers as we move forward. And of course, it's AI, right? AI is going to be everywhere. And so I do have a new boss. Welcome, Dr. Bradford. I'm very happy to have you here, and thanks for staying for this. It's going to be embarrassing for me in a moment. But the AI is a great tool, and I love to use it to try to, capture a few extra moments in my day. And one of the things that I used it for recently, true story, by the way, is to try to come up with a report of activity for Dr. Bradford to let her know, what I've been up to up in Duluth over the last week. So I put into Google Docs, I opened up Gemini, and I said, can you look at my calendar and come up with a list of events that you think would find meaningful for Dr. Bradford to know about what's going on in Duluth? And what it spit out was this. So the goal was to report and summarize key activities, meetings, and progress made on critical initiatives during the past week to ensure transparency and alignment with the medical school's priorities. I'm like, great, we're on the right track. Okay, so then on Monday at 9 a.m., the activity was a curriculum committee review session, with the outcome being reviewed and finalized the proposed changes to the MS1 anatomy lab schedule and drafted a memo for faculty feedback. Monday at 2 p.m., there was an individual meeting with Dr. P. Chen from internal medicine, where we discussed resource allocation for the new clinical research training track and identified a potential funding gap. Tuesday at 10, there was an interim dean's leadership team briefing that presented the Q2 budget projections, staffing models, and student affairs office reports for the future. And on Wednesday at 1, there was a faculty recruitment search committee for neurology. We've reviewed the top 3 candidates and planned the next steps for on-campus interviews scheduled for the next week. And then finally, Thursday at 11, there was a strategic planning working group. It's called the Digital Health Initiative, that contributed to the development of the 3-year technology infrastructure roadmap focused on telehealth platform integration. And I was really confused. I didn't do any of that stuff. None of it. I don't think that there's a digital health initiative at all. So I started to panic. I'm like, well, what is going on? It was a clear prompt, look at my calendar, give me this information. So whose calendar are you looking at? And who's looking at my calendar? What is going on? Are there some sort of virtual wires crossed here? So I asked. I'm like, whose calendar are you looking at? And he goes, I didn't look at anyone's calendar to create this report. Great. And then he went on to say, this is the content template for what we think you should be doing for your office as a regional campus dean. So then he started gaslighting me for not doing my job. So then, because I'm always polite to Gemini for some reason, I said, thanks. And it said, you're welcome. I don't think Dr. Bradford would want to know the only thing on your calendar is a haircut on Tuesday and happy hours, H-O-U-R-Z, on Friday afternoon. So be careful with AI, because sometime soon, in PGY1 summer fun in July, I might be ending up in the emergency department. Me might have some lower abdominal pain, and some of the labs might not be making sense. Some of the clinical findings might not be making sense, and you're just starting your rotation, and you've been busy, so you missed the last couple episodes of The Pit, and you lost all the Dr. Robbie information that might help you out in this scenario. It's super busy. You're on your own, and you pull out your phone, and do me a favor. Ask Copilot, okay? Because all Gemini is going to say is strap on the defibrillator. It's a probable ectopic pregnancy with this guy. So that's my advice to you. Copilot, please. But in all seriousness, thank you for letting me share this morning with you. This particular class is really special to me. The class of 2026, most of you started in 22. That was the very same time that I started in my role as regional campus dean for the Duluth campus, and I really appreciated sharing those first couple years with you guys up in Duluth. And it's great to see all the progress you've made and all the places that you're going to go. And I really echo some of the things that were said by Dr. Bradford earlier, in that even though this is a moment in time where you really don't have total control and you kind of have to surrender to the moment, you're surrounded by a bunch of people that will support you through this process. And the fact is that you are going to bring your best self to this. You rocked everything in medical school. You rocked those interviews, you put forward your best self, and you deserve anything and everything that you want out of the rotation. And whatever happens, it's kind of out of your hands at this moment in time. So surrender to that moment, enjoy the morning, and remember that a destination is never a place, but just a new way of seeing things, as Henry Miller would say. So I hope you have a magical moment and a wonderful day. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Diebel. We appreciate your words of advice and encouragement.
Match day and commencement are oftentimes our loved ones and friends and mentors get to celebrate with us. But what gifts do you get a resident to be?
To help you all out, we compiled a rank list of the top 5 kitschy gifts for interns. So go ahead.
Number 5 is coffee cups with positive affirmations your mom definitely saw on Facebook.
Taking number 4, ties with stethoscopes and needles on them. It's a classic.
Number 3, anything with a good anatomy pun.
Next up, number 2, writing practice for doctors, preparing you for those oh-so-fun downtime paper experiences.
And the top kitschy gift for interns goes to hands-on practice supplies.
We'll give an honorable mention to doctor socks, because we're just going to have to wear whatever you give us. Our next speaker is an associate program director at Abbott Northwestern's internal medicine residency. She is also an adjunct professor for the University of Minnesota and serves as the site director for the internal medicine clerkship. Her clinical practice includes both inpatient and outpatient internal medicine. She is governor-elect for the Minnesota chapter of the American College of Physicians. Her professional interests include students and resident education, physician wellness, mentorship, and financial planning for early career physicians. She has won several teaching awards from the University of Minnesota, is a lifelong Minnesotan, and is a proud graduate of our medical school. Please welcome Dr. Amy Holbrook.
So I wanted to say hi to everybody on live stream because there's a whole bunch of you all over, including my parents who are in Florida. What's up, Mom and Dad? And I have watched the live stream of this many, many times in the past, and you get a sense online like, ooh, there's a lot of energy in that room. And when you are here, it is like, whew, it's palpable in here. I love this class, and I am so, so honored to be here. I really, really appreciate it. I had so much fun talking to a bunch of you last night and this morning. And when I was talking to some folks last night, they were like, you know, honestly, if you just talked about finance again, that would be fine. So get a net worth statement and a Roth. No, we're not doing that. Again, thank you so much for having me, and thanks, Stuart, for that kind intro. Like he mentioned, I am both an associate program director for the internal medicine residency at Abbott, and I'm also an adjunct professor for the medical school. So I have kind of a unique vantage point, I think, about match day. I love match day, right? And the last time I was here in person for match day was for my match day, which was also March 20th, 17 years ago. And I have not been back since because I have celebrated every subsequent match day since mine at Abbott with our residency program because we have a party today. And to my folks at Abbott watching this, I'm going to try to get over there after this. But we have a party at Abbott every year because we're so excited about who's joining our family, right? And I think that's a really important point about match day is that it is match day, right? And yes, today is about you, and you're the only one with mail, right? I love mail, but it feels like a lot of production for one envelope. But remember that this is a match, and that the programs are just as excited to get you as you are to get to go there. Yeah, I asked my residents what I should talk about today, and the first thing they said was, be funny, just be funny. And I was like, oh, okay, like, you got any suggestions? And then they said, actually, No, it doesn't matter. No one's listening. Nobody's listening to you at all. It's totally fine. And then I was like, who spoke at your match day? And they said, oh, I have no idea. No idea. But the residency programs that are getting you are just jacked. They're just jacked to get you. And because you're joining their family, you're joining their new residency family. And so today I didn't know the theme of the top 5, but I'm really leaning into that. I don't have any slides and mine aren't as funny. But I wanted to give you my top 5 pieces of advice for being a great new residency family member. Number 1, be courteous and curious. I said that to one of my residents and they were like, wash your dishes. And then the next thing I thought about courteous was like, bring a toothbrush and deodorant and fresh socks. We talked about fresh socks, right? Yep. But remember that you're going to be spending a lot of time with these new residency colleagues of yours and the faculty, and you're joining a new family. And just like when you met your partner's family and went to their first Thanksgiving, you got to sort out, like, is this like we start Thanksgiving with mimosas or we start Thanksgiving with a 5K, right? And so you got to figure out the new family, right? But you're going to be with these folks a lot. You're going to be tired. You're going to be stressed. You're going to be elated. But be coachable, be curious, and be excited about this new family. Number 2, enthusiasm and positivity are always a great place to start, especially when you don't know where to start. In those moments when you're doubting yourself or you're feeling like a burden, not that that has ever happened to you guys as medical students, I know, just be mindful of that energy and that curiosity that you're bringing to the environment you're in. Be joyful in learning, as you have been, and be joyful in teaching. I would be remiss if I didn't comment on medical education. It's what I do every day. It's my favorite part of my job is working with residents and students. And all of you have had resident educators that are like the best. And then there's those other ones too. And you guys just remember that feeling of how great it was having a resident totally invested in your education. And you can do that as a new intern. Number 3, teamwork tops talent. Medicine is a team sport. That's why I love it. I am a general internist, like he mentioned, and I do both inpatient and outpatient general medicine. And I was thinking about it, I think I interact with every single specialty in this room at least once a week. And I think that that is amazing because we all bring different talents and skills and perspectives, and cross-specialty collaboration is so important. And then also the teamwork in the entire health system, right? Our nurses, our physical therapists, RT, pharmacy, it's such a team sport, and when we all do better, we all do better. So I would take a great collaborator and teammate over the smartest doctor any day. That being said, you do have talent, right? First of all, you wouldn't be in this room if you didn't, and you wouldn't be welcomed and chosen by this new family that you're joining if you didn't. You have the it that they want, so you have the talent, and make sure you bring the teamwork. Number 4, trust your gut. I say this as part of my orientation for my medicine clerkship every time. If you're in a situation and it doesn't feel right in your gut, trust that feeling. But I want you to trust your gut clinically, civically, relationally. If something isn't right, say so. Like Stuart mentioned, I am a proud, lifelong Minnesotan. And when you leave here, not just like today out the doors, but like when you leave this medical school, no matter where you go, you are going to be a proud representative of the University of Minnesota Medical School. And with that, there are certain values that we all share. You're going to open your envelope and find out where you're going, but represent what Minnesota stands for. Be proud of that. By virtue of having been here, there are shared experiences we have all had. Your gut has been forged. Listen to your gut. And number 5, take care of your people. Take care of your nurses. Take care of your physical therapists. Take care of your nursing assistants. Take care of your medical students. Take care of your colleagues. And then also don't forget outside of the hospital to take care of your family and friends. And let yourself be taken care of, right? Build that culture of turning outward instead of inward and investing in other people, because it just comes back to you. Family isn't just a noun, right? It's a verb. And I am just so proud of all the support and the people in this room. Don't forget the people that got you here. The support networks in this room and also outside of this room. There are a lot of us, myself included, except today because I am in this room, that are like eagerly awaiting the phone calls and the text messages of the people that helped supported to get you here. So think about that and think about the fact that today is a big day for you, but it's also a big day for them. There's a lot of people that have been really invested in this with you, and so this is a big day for them too, and celebrate with them. All right, those are my 5 pieces of advice. It has been such a pleasure working with so many of you, and I am so excited to see where your career takes you. It is such an honor to be here. I really appreciate it. It is a privilege to join this profession. I love my job. I love what I get to do every day. I hope that comes across when I work with students and residents. And I hope that you have the same kind of experience with this career that I have had. Ooh, it's a nerve-wracking day, you know? And this room, it's a really intense room because there's so many emotions, and it's like the full range of human emotions in this room. But no matter what the envelope says, you will grow where you are planted. Today, you find your place, and next you find your people. Congratulations, everybody.
Thank you, Dr. Holbrook. Always helpful to know how to be a better member of our future residency teams. Additionally, Dr. Holbrook taught our physician financial literacy courses, and I think I speak on behalf of most of our classmates when I say thank you for teaching us 99% of what we know about student loans, investing, and growing up to become a physician who will someday have a net positive income. Our families thank you too.
The families, partners, friends, and other parts of the circles of support that are present or virtual or not with us today deserve an incredible amount of gratitude. My wife and kids are here. We've framed this journey into medicine as one that the entire family has embarked upon. And I believe that I speak for the entire class here when I say to family, friends, and loved ones, we cannot thank you enough.
But how can we thank you? We want to know. So it's time to get out your devices and help us out. Just scan this QR code and make some suggestions for the best gifts that we could possibly give you. Fellow med students, take notes. This could be the very gifts you give them at commencement.
So while you're entering your suggestions into Menti here, which I hope evokes kind of like something from the last 4 years for you. There you go, all right.
Money.
I'm gonna read a few that my wife and kids suggested for me, so I'll read those as they come in. They suggested number 5, infinite foot massages. Number 4, a trip to Paris. Number 3 was a Nintendo Switch 2 with Mario Kart World, multiple controllers, and a DLC pack from Nintendo.com, which, thanks so much, kids, that was oddly specific. There was forgiveness for breaking your favorite coffee mug. Oh, that's, I didn't know about that one, guys. I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed. And number 1 gift to give your family in my rank list was all time and attention, no Anki or U-World, which is fair after 4 years. So we'll take a look at what you've suggested.
All right, so we have food, money, free medical advice, we can do that, wear sunscreen, phone calls, student loan forgiveness.
Someone got specific with $2 billion. It's like, all right. They're coming in so fast, this is great. At some point it'll stop allowing us to keep going, but Vacation, student loan forgiveness.
$1 trillion. I'll work on that one.
Taking us back to some early ones. Peter Salama made it on there. Okay.
Phone calls, vacation, support. Incredible.
Most of the time in our classes, this is also how it kind of devolved, where we'd have some great ideas to start off with that had something to do with the question the professors were asking, and then you'd get a few stray, odd ones. All right. Well, thank you for all your ideas. Hopefully we'll be able to bring some of those to you. And we can head back to our slides over here. So now that we've covered these important points with a quick look at the clock and just a few butterflies in my stomach, of course I'll hand it over to Hannah Cardiff for envelope distribution, main event, things after us.
Thank you for joining us on the journey this morning, and best wishes to all of you. I hope Match is filled with joy, gratitude, camaraderie, and celebration.
All right, we're a little ahead of schedule, so I'm going to talk a little longer than I had planned, so bear with me. My name is Hannah. I'm the Senior Events Manager here at the medical school. You'll see me again for commencement. Very much looking forward to that. This is a special match day for me as well. I also started with most of you in 2022 at the medical school here. So it's been great to be on this ride with all of you and see you off onto your next one. Let's give one more round of applause for our fabulous MCs, Haley and Stuart. As Haley said, it is, of course, a very easy job to stand up in front of a room of over 500 people when you are waiting on your match results, or not in your case, but on your friends' match results as well. And, you know, pay attention to what you're doing for a whole hour while everyone is staring at you, really, really nervous. As Dr. Holbrook said, this is a lot of production for one envelope. So I also want to give a big thank you to the many volunteers and staff who make this event possible, the marketing and communications team here at the medical school, the student affairs team, and folks from across the medical education continuum who are here today supporting this event. We could not make this happen for you without them. I also want to thank a couple partners we have in the back of the room. Our Director of Alumni Relations, Maureen Long, is here. She's waving. Go see her before you go home today. And we also have representatives from the Minnesota Medical Association. They're a little more tucked in the corner. You want to wave? I don't know if everyone can see Juliana, but she's waving as well. See their table before you leave as well. Thank you for being here and for supporting our students as they take this next step. 10 minutes early. So I'm going to give you instructions on how envelope pickup will go, and then I'm going to hand it over to Dr. Chipman, who's a little better at vamping than I am, and he will fill our time until it is time for you to go get your envelopes, and then he will do, I'm putting him on the spot, he will do our countdown until 11, but we want you to have those envelopes burning holes in your hands for as little time as possible before you're actually able to open them. So, how this will go in a little bit. Your envelopes are organized by your last name in two different parts of the room. We have last names A through L on my left. Behind our pile of lovely staff over here, we have some folks waving. If your last name begins with A through L, your letter will be over there. If your last name begins with M through Z, your letter will be in the back of the room here, where we have more staff waving. We will also have the large I matched signs for you to pick up back there, and there should be Sharpies on each of your tables, and there's more if we need more. So when it's time, you'll grab that envelope, come back to your seats, hang on to it, burning a hole in your hand until 11 o'clock. For those of you watching from home, you'll get your email from the match folks at 11 as well, so you'll get that information at the same time. All of you here in person will also get that email, so you can open that if you want. But I'm assuming that envelope's going to be a little more exciting for you. Once you open that envelope, our program is concluded. You can stay here until 12, celebrate, take pictures, or feel free to depart as you like. But with that, I'm going to turn it over to Dr. Chipman for just a couple of minutes here, and then we'll dismiss for those envelopes at 10:50.
Oh, jeez. That means I have 6 minutes and 40 seconds to talk. I'm not happy with that. So I'll tell you about my match. So the match day is kind of like one of those memorable days in medical school that you never will forget. You probably remember your first day of class, the first day you met your cadaver, first day on clinical rotations, first day on surgery, right? You all remember the first day on surgery. The first operation I did, I actually stabbed the attending with a retractor. I'm not an orthopedist. It was an orthopedic operation, so I'm a general surgeon now. My match day started the day before, where we had a big skit and a program, kind of like you. I wrote a lot of the skits for it, and my wife happened to be overdue with our first baby, and she went into labor the day before the match. And I thought, this is perfect. We'll go to the hospital, she'll have this baby, I'll get him tucked in, I'll go to the party, I'll come back, she'll sleep, you know, and it'll be great. I'll go to the match tomorrow, I'll come back, it'll be all exciting. Well, we go to the hospital, and of course her labor stops. So it doesn't progress. So I'm missing the party, I'm really disappointed. She gets Pitocin, it's not working. I'm really hungry, I run to the party. And I was in New York City. Has anyone been to Carmine's in New York City? The Italian restaurant? Really good, and they have really good Caesar salad with real anchovies. And I loved it. So I got some Caesar salad and some other spicy Italian stuff, and I came back to the labor room, and things aren't progressing, and my wife says, "Ooh, what stinks? You've got to leave." And she was serious. She didn't want me there. And so I go out, and the nurse is getting me toothbrush and toothpaste, and I'm brushing my teeth and mouthwash, and none of it's working. And she's getting furious. Meanwhile, the night progresses. She doesn't. Finally, at 2 in the morning, she has the baby of match day. I'm delirious. I kind of get her tucked in. I go home, fall asleep. I wake up a couple hours later, frantic that I needed to get back to the hospital to rescue my wife. How many of you think about that? If you had a loved one in the hospital, you have to get back to the hospital to make sure they're safe. So I run back to the hospital, spend there, she's delirious. I go get my match. And we had a first choice, but we were pretty sure we weren't going to get it. And my mother-in-law was there, so I go back to the hospital room. It's the sun's pouring in from the east. It's in the morning. It's right on Broadway, so you can hear the traffic. My wife's sitting in the bed, kind of stunned. My mother-in-law, who was from Arizona, was sitting next to the bed holding my oldest son. And I come in and say, "We're going to the University of Arizona." And my mother-in-law had this big grin on her face, and my wife burst into tears. You know, it wasn't our first choice, but it was the best place for us to be. And the same thing will be true for you if perhaps you don't get the ideal location. But it was the absolute best place for me to train. I had opportunities there that I never would have had at my first choice or many other places, and it truly set me up for the rest of my career. So enjoy the journey. It's been said already, and I add my admonition to that is to enjoy the journey. It's a great journey. It's an exciting career. Congratulations. And it's a little early, but go get your envelopes, okay? And I'll count it down. Okay, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Get your envelopes. 5 minutes. Three minutes. Two minutes. One minute. Thirty seconds. Well, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Open your envelopes.
Good. Excellent. I forgot to start my timer on my watch right away, so I had a hard time knowing how long. So I think it was close to 8 minutes. I think I was supposed to go 10, so I might have been a little short. actually really useful. I mean, when you have mountains like that, and you're making mountains like that, what's the No, I think I've seen her. Must be a business or something. I've never seen her in the
if there are any Duluth campus grads, come on up to the stage. We'll take a group picture. Did you hear me? I did talk in public enough. Yeah. So Jenna was going to take the picture, but I think that Laurel also wanted to.
Yes, that'd be great.
I should just hold mine upside down.
Kyle! Kyle's our favorite too. Yeah. Dude, if you see anybody in that you can stop, we can start being really annoying.
Yeah, they're right down there. Behind you.
You're off the edge. You should get more Duluth teams. I know, yeah, they said everybody. Yeah, I agree, Eddie. Let's go. Over you do the head and do it. You're not quite sure. Who's supposed to be up here right now? Is it all the Hannah. Yeah. The wheels, baby. Oh, baby. There's a lot of us. It's six. We have five. Wow. Kyle, Aaron, Nick,
I looked at the sheet.
Just handpick them.
Did you know that for a while? 5 months. Doctor? Yes. The child too?
I don't think we all family. I don't know what we're doing.
You're not allowed to be a doctor. Not yet. No. Me too. I did enjoy your process.
I don't want to be behind a podium.
I don't know.
We got it. We got it crunch. We got it crunch.
How are we going to crunch?
This podium.
Can we move this guy?
Yeah, right?
I don't know how. Sorry, St. John's. Okay. Ready? Oh.
We have to get together, Dr. Pearson. We got to stretch.
Okay, good enough. Oh, wait. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh, redo. What's there?
I'm just going to go and squat. I think Erica just came up.
Erica.
It's hard to smile.
That is crazy. RPAP people. Hey, stay for the one in RPAP picture. I feel like my mascara's all gone because I cried.
You look good. You're glowing.
The Metro.
Hey, Kyle, we're doing an RPAP picture.
Edward, come over here. They're doing an RPAP. Congratulations.
You too.
Where are we going?
Okay, nice. What do you make? Is that? Lexi, you're in the perfect spot for you. Well, you're born again now.
On the speaker. Yeah, I definitely can, yeah. Yeah.
Probably a good idea. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Go for it.
I'm Kyle. Oh yeah, I get all your emails.
Yes.
But Nick D, I don't know if you look for Nick D.
I just saw him